And welcome to Season 2, Episode 5 of the Back Nine Mully Podcast. I'm your host, Alt. Here today, Jay Weeksy.
What it do?
Dutter.
Shaka, baby!
Joaquin.
We back, baby.
Happy first day of spring, guys. How about that?
It's
I'm
all alive.
It's cold.
It looks like spring, though, outside, don't it?
It looks like spring. Did not
So,
feel like spring
Millie-
yesterday.
It did
And
not. Millie, go ahead, Doug.
the pollen's falling, but it's still chilly. It's just,
Yeah.
it doesn't seem right.
Millie was wanting to go outside and play today. She was on the back porch. We were out back, and Mo was like, "You can't go outside. It's cold. It's cold. It's cold." Because it's freezing this morning. And she was like, "It's sunny. It's sunny. It's sunny. It looks." She's like, "Open that door. Open door." And she's like, "Oh, it's cold. Go hat." And had her hat and gloves on. Went out there. Looked like it's winter. But I think we're on the up and up. It's gonna. We've had some nice days. We've hit this last. I think this is our last little cold front.
I think today was the end of it.
I think so too. I think we're headed up and out.
Well, it's definitely the end of it for y'all since y'all are going to Mexico.
Yeah.
How cold it is here.
But you thought, hey,
It's like
I texted my
92 in
homeboy
Belize.
James Fan. He said we were in the clear.
Yeah.
92 in Belize yesterday.
Oh.
Rich, we're gonna be just fine.
Ooh.
Yeah, this time next week we'll be in Cozumel. Is that right? And then headed to Belize after that.
Yeah, that's right.
Man, I'm so ready. That's gonna be fun.
Mm.
Just me and
Can't
Rich going on this one. Jay Weeksy and Rich won the last one. Did y'all go together?
No,
That's
No,
separate
we went at the
cruises.
same time though.
Same time, but separate cruises.
Okay. Well, I'm going. This is the first time I've been to Belize. So, have you
Me
been?
too. I haven't.
Okay.
I've been to Cozumel about 4 times though.
You got to stop. Everybody stops by Cosmo. It's just
Everybody.
it's on the way. It's on the
So
way.
Everybody got to get one of them crazy Mexican taxis. Everybody got it. I recommend that. Smoking a fatty. I'm telling
And
you,
those
it's wild.
On that moped, they just cutting people off. They ain't worried about nothing.
I
End
want. Do they got laws? Like, do they have driving laws? Because every time I've been in a car with somebody in Cozumel, I don't know what's going on. It's a honk the horn, get out of my way. I'm going.
So when we're riding around down there, I'm like looking at like the utilities and the power lines and the fiber and all that. I'm thinking that's not maintained. That's unlashed. That needs to be guided. The pole's falling
you-
over.
They'll put so many wires coming in the one pole. It
I
looks like
swear.
I'm scared of it.
It is. It's crazy.
It's a
pumped up
different
at the-
world.
So right now into spring, we've made it out of the winter. You know, during the winter you don't get to practice much. We've had a little bit of time to practice now, right? We're back into working out. We're back into practicing golf. We're still progressing, but we're at a pretty good check-in point, I think. At this point in the season, we're about to really kick it off. We done had our first tournament, but we're really about to kick it off. Where's everybody's game right now? What y'all working on?
I've
We're
got to
going to
get
start
chipping
with,
down. Oop.
Yeah, we'll start with Jay Weeksy.
I'm good everywhere but chipping, but I've been working on it. So first tournament, I couldn't play out of bunkers for nothing, but I worked on that. I actually was dropping in some at Horse Creek after for a few weeks and worked on that. So that feels good. I got third in the last tournament in Huntsville. Take 2 holes off my scorecard and I win it. So I'm feeling pretty good about my game. And then yesterday in the scramble, I was hitting the ball good.
Driving it good.
Yeah.
Hitting. Okay.
Yeah. As long as I wasn't shivering yesterday, I was hitting it pretty good.
About you, Rich?
You know the little chart that goes up and then it might go down, then it goes up. Well, you know, I had the last couple of years where I gradually got better. I think I have taken a step down and I'm kind of plateaued there right now. You know what I'm saying? It's looked like my heart's quit beating. But it dropped first and then. So, I mean, I don't feel like I'm hitting the ball very bad or anything. I'm just not scoring as good as I was last year. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like, you know, in golf, though, you have your periods. Like I felt like the last 2 years I really was like kept going up. And it happens in golf. It's happened in every stage that I've ever been at. So I'm at one of them. I've stepped down and I'm kind of just there.
Okay.
Nothing's just too bad and nothing's just great. But I mean, I can hit 100% of the fairways, I feel like, if I just want to do that as far as with the driver. So it's great. But it's not bad game. It's just I'm not scoring good. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. A lot of
Just
that's
one
course conditions and weather this time of year. So
And I
it's same
just
thing
want good. I don't know. We play so much in this bad weather. I'm kind of like, I don't ever feel like I get tired of golf when I'm out there, but I'm tired of playing in this weather right now.
Yeah.
Like I've
Yeah,
had
100%.
enough.
Yeah.
Had enough, and it's just.
I'm ready to sweat.
Me too.
Yes. Same. Jay Weeks, you too. The chipping, it's just dormant, tight, and it's
A lot
kind
of
of muddy.
grain. Yep.
Yes,
Yep.
it's not confidence inspiring. Dustin, what you got going on?
I think I just need to
I
work
hit
on
everything
short
really
game.
good.
He shot 67 the other
It's so
day.
good.
I mean, he played like
Well,
shit yesterday. If you want to know, so
Yeah,
It was
That's
tough weather though.
Yeah, it
tough
was
crowd
tough.
too. But I think I'm working on really putting and chipping. Three putt avoidance. I probably have maybe 1 around, 2 around. I would like to get that to 0. I mean, that's just strokes given. And I need to get my chips closer to the hole. Hit my driver irons good. I'm very, very happy with that. But yeah, I really want to work on my short game, but it's just tough right now. I mean, everything's muddy and wet around the greens. I don't want to go mess anything up, lose confidence or anything. So, but we're 2 tournaments in, and I kind of like where my game is. It's going the right direction.
That's good.
Which is good.
That's good.
Yeah.
I'm probably the most happy I've been with my game in probably 2 or 3 years. I feel like finally I'm progressing. I'm not that Paul McGinley guy talked about it. He said when he does like the kids clinics and stuff, he talks about you want to climb up the tree and progress. You don't want to go up and go out on a branch and try this thing. And you want to keep working on the same thing, go up and up. I feel like I'm finally doing that. So, like what's going on right now, trying to get a little bit of that hook, a little less, get a little straighter. Wedges are good. Putting's good. I might swap putters every now and then. Might swap back to that other one. I did do a little flip flop, but same technique, just same style putter too. It's just a face balance mallet, just a little different look, but going good right now. We just need to keep it going. Just need better weather, better weather. Yesterday we had a scramble. Jay Weeks, he sent it to us. He got with some folks from his work. It was up in Coleman where he works.
Yep.
And then he got his nephew with him. And his nephew's a baller golfer.
Crispin is a good golfer.
Yeah, and us 3 played with Keith.
he putted lights out yesterday.
Keith did putt very well.
He putted very well. He hit his line. If we misread it, he just missed it, but he hit his lines. Man, he was rolling that thing.
I like that putter he's putting with too. That number 11. That thing is sick.
I do too. I
was
like
eyeballing it. Yeah. I'm like I'm like Tiger with your wife. Don't leave me alone with your putter.
Boy, walk by, did that putter look all caked up?
Yeah. But we had fun. Our team tied with Jay Weeks' team for 3rd. They won a scorecard playoff. Fantastic tournament.
Yeah, it was really good.
It was unbelievable. It was
probably the best one as far as from start to finish, as far as all that they did. You didn't have to win nothing in that tournament, and you left. You felt like I'll play in this every year. I mean, they fed you twice.
Yeah.
It was
food,
good.
too.
Oh, it was great food.
It was 112.
That little dinner though.
It was $112 for the tournament. You got lunch and dinner, and the mulligan package. So that was fantastic. And had Taziki's before, played golf, and then you had Carlton's after, which is an Italian restaurant in Coleman. Oh, it's fantastic.
So good.
They did.
Very happy with it.
2
good prizes. Yeah, the long drive and the closest pin, $100.
Mm-hmm.
$1,500 to the winner.
What about that 12-year-old out drove everybody?
Yeah.
Laughing.
Yeah. Them kids got speed. It's I don't know. Dustin can't swing like that no more. He just bursts into flames.
It hurts.
But see, Dustin, we always used to be young. He's not young no more. I mean,
he's not young no more.
Got 2 kids.
Terry Pines is up on like a hill, and it seems like the wind is always tougher out there, and it was
Yeah.
some very tough wind yesterday.
Somebody had a hole in one on a par 4.
How
That's
about? I'd like to talk about that. I played.
Hey, did he power drive that?
I think so. I'm pretty
He
sure.
had to. With
Well,
Had
now the guy that
the
played with
wind
us,
wasn't that bad earlier on,
Yeah.
but
It was
the
still
guy-
bad though.
yeah, it was bad. The guy that played with us put it about 10 yards from the green, 15 yards from the green, from the whites. Didn't power drive it. So if the wind wasn't up, it might be doable from the whites.
Hey, so the wind was so hard into our face. We had three in the water and had to use Rich's in the woods, right?
Oh wow.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, we never had anything like that.
We
Then
birdied
Rich Rich stuck it and made the putt. I think you birdied
No,
that
I
by
missed
yourself.
it.
I missed
Okay.
but
It's on video. We'll know for sure. So that the back
masses will
nine of
see
this
it.
tournament, the back nine of this tournament is on video. It was fun. It just got so freaking cold, man. And I think it felt colder because the week before was like 80 degrees, 75, 80 degrees, and then we were like, okay, we're good. And then that one day was cold.
And there was nowhere to hop off to take a pee, especially when you have a girl in your group.
Yeah.
So that hurt. Yeah, there was some pain happening most day yesterday.
oh, that sucks.
I'd have let them
tournament-
drive
Me
up
and
one
Duck
time.
wouldn't have made it.
No, I'd have let her drive up. I'd have found a tree.
So are we giving enough credit for this hole in one on par 4? This is crazy, right?
Yeah,
I mean,
it's really
it had
great.
to been, even if it was a power drive, it was still what, 260, 250?
Oh yeah, I mean he's probably still
into
hitting
a
3
ton
wood.
of win.
Into a ton
I mean,
of win. I mean, it's
You're still hitting a driver 300 plus yards in the hole.
and it
I mean,
might have been his first hole of the day because it was early.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like,
yeah,
it
we
had to
was on
been-
the we was on our third hole when you text, and I was like, God,
Yeah.
already?
It had to have been like within the first 2 or 3 holes, he hit that thing.
So his name's Blaze Wilson. He's a year older than me, and we play at Wallace together. And he was a baller. He's very good. He had the year I played, he was going through a swing change. He had an odd swing starting out. It was a lot like Daniel Berger did. It was like laid off and real like bowed left wrist, and he just kind of held on and rotated and hit like a low cut out there. But it was every time, and he was very good. And then he kind of got more on plane when he went to UNA, and he's got more of a textbook swing now, and he's very, very good. And then Dustin played with him at Wallace too. So
And he
had a
was
solid
also
team.
very good.
Yeah, they were a good team.
Yeah.
Yeah, they shot like
he wa-
21.
Yeah.
21. No. But
That's serious.
I
in
mean
that condition.
they were power drives, and I mean
Yeah.
that is definitely doable. So people that's listening,
Oh,
that
for
21.
sure. Yeah.
The
Yeah,
greens
that's
were
still,
aerated though, and that killed us.
No, they were
got
balling.
some
They had
putts.
to.
Yeah.
They had to have some shorter putts because we didn't have no short putts, and it was hard to continue to make long putts.
10, 15 footers. It was.
Yeah, it was
tough.
just.
About your 3 under on one of the first par 4s. I mean,
And let's go.
That's
Yeah,
solid.
you're in good shape. We had
Yeah.
4 eagles yesterday.
yeah.
4 eagles.
We had 0 eagles. We birdied everything. We birdied 14 holes and par 4.
Okay.
Yeah.
It was fun though. First scramble. We got a bunch more coming up.
We got a lot coming up.
Yeah, we got a lot of golf coming up. This is when it kind of takes a turn. Dustin, right there, 20 days till Masters. I'm fired up for that.
I might have spent a
Yeah,
little
we're doing
money.
And we're doing the
Yeah.
taste of the Masters too on that Sunday.
I might have spent a little money this morning. Bought that Azalea's Rowback polo. I don't know.
Okay. I thought you were gonna
Uh-huh.
say I thought you were gonna say Masters tickets for all of us.
Yeah.
Might have bought that polo. Let's go. Or that polo.
I showed Richard that polo this morning when he was
Yes, you
working.
did.
TNR
I wanna
20
go-
to get 20% off.
I want to go ahead and roll into the news. We just had Players Week. We had the Arnold Palmer and Players Week back to back. Scotty's learned how to putt. It's
It's over.
man.
It's done.
I love that. I
He-
love that meme of Rory telling him what to do.
Yeah.
it
Yeah.
actually
So maybe we should bring
works.
that putter back. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh God,
Yeah.
please no.
Rory needs to learn where to drop a ball at, though.
No.
I'm just saying.
So I want to get into that too.
Wyndham too.
Yeah,
All I'm saying is it's 2024 and we ain't got a camera shot of that. So we can
Yeah,
get it
that's
right.
crazy.
It'd be like a line.
I want to get into Rory's drops off the bat, and I want to get in first. Let's go with Scotty first. So back-to-back weeks, Arnold Palmer and the players. So you've got Bay Hill and TPC Sawgrass, two of the toughest courses. Scotty finishes first. Wyndham Clark finishes second. Back-to-back weeks. The lip out Wyndham had on last hoe. Oh my gosh. Scotty he's been world number one for a while now. Him and Rahm and Rory were like so close together. Scotty hit better than them two, but his putting was so poor that it kept them close. Now that his putting is it's average, if not above average on tour. I mean, if he can make it through a putting slump and still maintain world number one, and now he's figured out the putter, I mean, he could really go on a tear now.
Yeah.
Because he doesn't have to hit it perfect now. I mean, he was having to strap it every single time to get a score, and because he wasn't going to make, he missed so many 5-footers for the past 6 months, and gosh, let me tell you, he stuck with that putter, didn't he? He didn't change
Yes,
nothing.
he did. And that's a tough putter to use if you're in a slump. Those blades that. I mean,
question to you, Duck. If we talked, I had the analogy that Paul McGinley talked about earlier. You know, stay with one thing and just get better at it. At what point do you gotta step out and try something different? How long do you sit there and try the same thing before I've got to make a change? Or is putting an anomaly in golf?
Well, the thing, I mean, if you're beating a dead horse and it's not working with putting, I think you got to change. I mean, either change your grip. You got guys that they'll change their grip every round just to find something. Jack Nicklaus would walk into a clubhouse, into a bag, pull a putter out for the week, and win a major with it. You know what I mean? It's more of a.
How about Phil when he won his last major? He was on the 71st hole, and he clawed that 3-footer. You remember that?
Yeah.
And I was like,
yeah, because
he hasn't clawed yet.
No, but he knows that takes the nerves out of it. He knows he's not going to push or pull it with that grip. So boom, he uses it. So that's what I'm like. Scotty probably should have tried something a little while ago because he should have been winning a lot more than what he was. And then he makes a change and he wins back-to-back weeks. Elevated event, player championship. So obviously it needed to be changed. So
I think it's good though. He is not going to make a change just for the heck of it. He is going to make sure that it's a dead end before.
I love that. I love that video of him on the range hitting drivers, and he don't hit it good, and he just turns and throws it. And he said that was it. And he switched right. He like switched shafts or whatever, but he just sit there and he threw it. He tried though.
Tried.
Threw it to the side.
Yeah. So. It's kind of the opposite of what Victor Hovland's going through right now. You saw it. Dustin had him this week. We did our players picks. And he was so dominant last year, and then he's just hired his coach and trying something new. And what's going on with that?
He almost wins the PGA Championship. He almost wins the Open. He dominates the Ryder Cup, and then he just like, hey, this is easy. That's a dumb call.
That's a dumb call. Yeah, that's kind of the opposite of what Scotty's going through. Yeah. So Scotty could be a problem this year. I really think he's going to have a good season. He is so much. He is a good bit better than Rory and Rahm, and probably Koepka. You could get in that conversation. He's so much better than Ricky and JT and Jordan and even Joaquin Neiman and
Brian Harman.
Yeah, he's so much better than them. Wyndham.
Wyndham's good.
Wyndham's good. I like his game. It reminds me a lot of DJ's. He bombs it. It's gonna fade every time, and then he's got a good short game and wedges. Doesn't really overthink it. I know when I was listening, me and Dustin were watching the No Laying Up guys, and TC said Wyndham's game is everything I hate about the modern game. He said you shouldn't be able to swing as hard as you can, hit a fade that big, and it go 325 yards.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the ball speed's 190. That just doesn't make any sense. Like,
So is that a problem? Is him being able to do that is that a reason for the ball change?
Roll that ball
he's
back.
but he has also worked hard to get to this point. It's
Yeah,
not like he didn't put the work
Yeah.
in. Everybody
I mean,
else
everybody-
is capable of doing that,
Boom.
except Brian Harmon. He's a little short, but he finds a way. Brian Harmon's a dog everywhere else. Everybody's got their where they can pick themselves up. Brian Harmon's is putting, chipping, short game. What he can hit it straight as a string when he needs to. Wyndham Clark's just got those hips that fire. Nick Dunlap, all those young guys are like that. And to me, it's going back to Tiger getting into fitness. Everybody watch it. Okay, he's healthy. He's doing this. And then it goes. And then this generation is now turning pro, and they started fitness when they were 15. We didn't work. Golfers didn't work out or weren't supposed to work out. And now you have to work out.
Yeah.
You have to gain that advantage. You have to be healthy. You have to look at what you eat. Mobility. That's all a thing now. And that's what I watched that video of Tiger last night, and he said it was him and BJ back in the day. That's the only they would go work out. Now it's everybody working out before the run. Everybody, and
if
then
you're competitive,
people would go decompress at the bar. He said back in the day, nope. Now it's ice baths and putting those leg sleeves on. They are thinking about tomorrow because they have to.
If John Daly exercised a little bit, is he better than Tiger? No.
I don't think so.
But that's he's so far away from if he worked out one day from Tiger, it just burst into flames.
Yeah. I don't think John Daly's was working out. It was more of the off
alcohol cigarette
choice.
The 29 Diet Cokes and
That's
2 packs of
insane.
cigarettes, and
He's got to die
Stones
soon.
and-
God, he's got to have like kidney stones like crazy. Like,
I think
I
so.
don't know.
Yeah.
He said he don't drink water.
There's water and Coke.
Hate to see it.
Another freak athlete, Rory. Jay Weeks was talking about his drops. So I had him for the players' picks. He opens up with a 65, tied for the lead with Shoffley, I think. And he was playing with Jordan and Victor. TPC sets up where there are a couple tee shots that are over water and it's all carry. So if you do hit in the water, it is a re-tee just about. It's almost out of bounds. It is almost out of bounds. 18's one of them. 7, I believe that. That was the 2 that he hit. Now on 18, he has a draw off tee, and he was cruising along, and he had a pretty big hook out there. He goes up there, takes a drop instead of
It hits land though. It hits land, but nobody.
Not on 18. Not his first.
That was
one
on
did not
set.
hit
That
land.
was on
7
7.
hit land.
Okay,
So
okay.
you're in that awkward situation where you're playing competitors, where the ultimate decision's up to him. They didn't have a camera angle on it. There was no way for a rules official to verify it. It's honestly up to Rory.
It is up to the player at that point.
Yeah. And I don't think Rory would try to get I'm gonna say cheat, but take a drop that's not where he should have dropped.
Yeah.
So he takes a drop and he's still 265 out, but then Rory sticks 3-wood center of the green, 2 putts for bogey. Jordan hits Jordan hits the fairway, hits in the left bunker, and also makes bogey. I don't know what Victor made on the hole. So that has to make them like, ugh. They start on the back 9, they come around to the front. He does kind of the same thing on 7. Hits a nasty hook off the tee.
But it did hop.
It did hop.
And then they had Johnson Wagner on live from throwing heaters at that hill. And he was like, if it hits here and it hops and you see it with the camera, then it has to hit it like on this side of the red line. So,
but then he threw it under the red line and you could see it on the camera still. And I was like, because I was with him, I was like, yeah, it did. I saw it kick. So it had to hit
though, you have to go to the integrity of the player, and Rory's never been a guy you thought this guy cheats. Now, if P. Reed did it, you're like, But that's the thing. That's the good thing about being truthful with your game throughout everywhere. When moments like that come up, Victor and Jordan should be like, "It's up to you, man. We trust you."
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Please need to get some drones out there or something, just flying around everywhere.
You're playing.
Just add a
it's
camera on that
25
side.
Something. Yes.
But here's the thing: they have TrackMan behind it, knowing the curve, the distance, the apex. They know all this. Do some little math real quick. Bam! You know where the land ends. Come on now.
Something. Yeah, something.
Hey, we'll get one day closer. We'll figure something out. We'll get you that math equation, and
That's
we'll
something
get
y'all
you
need
that
to
number. Yeah, we'll get you that number.
For all your drop shot needs.
So
Yeah.
they spend 9 minutes sitting there discussing in the fairway whether he should drop up there or not. And it was so funny. Did you see the memes of Victor Hovland? He said, "I think it was back there where the turtles are." And they had the book Where the Wild Things Are, and it was Victor Hovland where the turtles are. It was pretty good.
It would have been funny if they would have done them. Did you say Michael Scott?
No.
Where are the turtles?
That would have been good. That would have been good. Rory kind of fell apart after that. He was never involved in the tournament after that. I think he shot like one over the next day, and people just, Victor or Wyndham went 65-65, and that,
he
halfway
don't go in the
through.
water on 17. I think he's all right. On
Saturday. So his big story's been his mental game. He's got this this psychiatrist or whatever, the sports psychologist or psychiatrist?
Sports psychologist.
Okay. And
one of the other.
I don't know. She's
with them everywhere. She goes to the bathroom with them.
Yeah.
She's apparently changed his game, and I watched I watched more of this tournament than I have any tournament since the last major, and I was watching him, and on 17, that was Saturday. Jay Weeks, that was Saturday.
Yeah.
He's got just nothing, just a 120-yard sand wedge, and he hits 4 inches behind this ball. He chunks it. It goes like 98 yards. Okay,
reminds me of me.
And then instead of going to the drop zone, he re-tees it right there, and under the same situation, stuffs it and gets up and down for bogey. And stays right there in the tournament. Stays in the final group, right? Yeah. And so there's got to be something she's told him to do when a disaster happens. This is the process you go through right then. I would kind of like to know what that is.
Yeah.
Dollar bills.
I bottle that up and sell it.
I would have to do it more often than him. Like every third shot, I would be like, whatever's going on, it's okay, buddy. We're going to be okay.
Wyndham hits a lot of stray shots.
He does.
If you watch speed, there's a lot of. If he mishits a little bit, it's going right.
What happens normally right after that though with him?
Yeah, he's back in it.
He makes incredible shots. I ain't trying to compare him to Tiger, but that's what he does. He puts himself in a bad situation and he makes incredible shots. You know what I'm saying?
I like his game. Like what TC said, he's everything that's wrong. I like moving it one way, bombing it, and then when you hit it in trouble, have a killer wedge game. Chip out there and make you up and down for 50 yards. I like his game. I really do. As a golfer like to root for, I feel nothing.
I do too.
It's
tough, and I want to like him.
I felt more for Brian Harmon. I was pulling, which my heart was pulling for Scotty. Like I haven't pulled for somebody like that in a long time, and I identify
with Brian Harmon for some reason. I can't figure out what it is.
Something y'all have in common.
I don't know.
If you had Jay Weeksy's bald head, you'd be the Brian Harmon look-alike.
And if I would have been left-handed like God intended.
Yeah.
Hey, all I'm gonna say is I would like Brian Harmon more, but he's listened to Manolo way too much because he waggling that shit way too much.
Yeah,
boy, he got the strongest wrist in the game. I counted 14. He backed off of it, got back, got about 4 or 5 more, hit it.
And he hit a bad shot too when he did that. If you noticed, that was a bad shot.
More. Yeah. Scotty wins back-to-back players. Nobody's ever done that. it is a little different that the live golfers didn't get to play. I think the players has taken a bigger hit than any other tournament because of the bans. The PGA Tour events are what they are. I mean, it was never everybody was there except for the majors and the players, really. And
But that's everything you want in a golf tournament.
Saying that, watching that tournament with that leaderboard, I don't know if it'd have mattered. It wouldn't have mattered. I don't think nobody would have been those four that were at the top: Brian Harmon, Wyndham Clark, Xander Schauffele, and Scotty Scheffler. I think it would have. You put everybody else in the world in that tournament, and I think that's still the top four.
They would have been there. I mean, you're shooting 19 and 20 under, all of them. I mean,
and so tough.
And if you watched any of it, that course made them look like they were normal people playing golf. Some of them, it was brutal. And they went out and still shot 20 under and 19. That's crazy.
Rahm and Brooks, they got the game to kind of go off like that. But I mean, again, they could. Rory does too. But they could have had a B+ week and been right there with Rory.
I seen Colton Nost. I seen Colton Nost. He tweeted, "Imagine if that would have been a shotgun start."
Yeah, you're right. You are 100% right, Dut.
No build up, no drama, no. Scotty's on hole 4. They're on 1. He holds out for eagle. He's boom, pressure on them back there. They've got to play those holes.
That's a great point. That's a great point.
That's why golf's so good. That's why the format of the PGA Tour has worked for so long, and people are just wanting to get away from it, but it works. I
also didn't get anything done this weekend though, so because I was watching it for 8 hours.
Well, but that's the thing. That's why it's so good. You don't. I mean, you can wait and watch the back 9 if you wanted to, and whatever. But I seen that
very
from
good
Colton Nost, and I agreed with him. I was like, yeah, that would have sucked if they had all finished at the same time, and one's on this side of the course, one's on this side. Who's got the most par 5s left? You know what I mean? So.
And still, but it's crazy we even brought him up. Is finished second too, Xander Schauffele.
Yeah.
Never. I still don't think he gets the respect for how good a golfer he is. He is unbelievable. They did they had the cool little graphic where it was like putting, chipping, approach shots, driving distance, driving accuracy. They had like a graph. Then they had a ring with the PGA Tour average, and it would like where that player fell. And like Scotty was way up here. He was pretty high in driving distance, really high in driving accuracy, really high on approach, pretty good on chipping and wedges, and then right below average on putting. Okay. So that was like, typical what one would look like. Xander was above average. He was like perfectly above average on everything. There is nothing he's bad at. He is just solid. And
his up and down game, dude, Sunday was nasty because he didn't hit the ball great.
He did not.
He got up and down. What was he like? 13 for 16, I think. Like that's
crazy.
stupid. Yeah, that's crazy.
He did not choke either.
No, he didn't. Almost got it. He almost got it done with his B game.
Yeah. I don't really think anybody choked. I think Scotty just blaze of glory to the top of the list, and you can't stop that. A guy that shoots that on Sunday.
You thought that went, and how that was what he shot 8 under.
Yeah,
that was the worst 8 under. It felt like it should have been a 59 or 60. Like with some of because he missed a few short putts there coming down the stretch.
Yeah, and he missed them on 1 and 2.
Yes. Yeah. So that should have been a 59, 60. It could have been, and it could have been easy. It looked stress free.
I love his caddy. Ted Scott said when he holed out on 4 and then he made a birdie on 5, he's like, okay, he can win right then. On hole 5. Okay, he can win. He's got the magic. Let's go.
Ted Scott on his bag is money though for him.
They're so close too.
Yeah.
And Ted Scott went through the beating of 15 years which Bubba's probably a good guy too, but man, he probably gave it to him when he didn't want to. And Scotty's not like that. It doesn't seem like. Scotty's a guy that'll blame it on himself. Yeah. Especially in those tight situations. And
Scott's got a track record of winning though.
Yeah.
I mean, he's good with his guys.
He's got the Scotty's got the game and the home life for a long, successful career. It's not going to be. I don't see him having some crazy scandal or.
It's a lot like Jack Nicklaus.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So I read a thing on Jack Nicklaus last night on why his longevity was good. It's because he had the time with his family, his kids, other sports. They said he was a big tennis guy. He did that. Did other businesses, building golf courses. He just didn't. When you just put it all on golf and then it lets you down, then it affects everything around you.
Wears
So
you
it's
out too. I mean, these guys
Yeah.
are getting wore down, and
Yeah.
he just seems like tomorrow ain't gonna change if I win or lose.
Monday will be the same if I win or lose.
Yeah.
That's a good statement from a good champion.
If
Amen.
you're looking for somebody to get behind, he's a good. He's somebody to hit your wagon to. I think he's gonna have. Well, I think we got a lot coming from him. Talk about AK. We can talk about AK coming back, have we?
Just that he was coming back, not that
Yeah,
he's
so-
been back. Yeah,
He has played 3 tournaments, 1 Asian Tour tournament, 2 live golf tournaments. Nobody's heard from him in 12 years. We saw some video of his swing finally. His swing looked great. His ball speed's like 176. 175, like above tour average. He's 38
36.
36.
Yeah, he's like my age, close to my age.
Yeah. So he's still. That's prime years. You can't tell
Failed it
looking at
major
Rick.
until he was 33.
Yeah. How about that?
It's crazy.
He showed up first tournament, shot 76, 74, something like that.
Yeah.
He finished last. He looked okay. He had some wild shots. Had a crazy shank first tournament. Yeah. So he finished last first tournament. Second tournament comes back, opens up with a 74, then a 72, then a 65 last round. So 6th competitive round in 12 years, got a 65. It was the low round of the day, I believe. He was the best putter for the week on Live Golf. That's with John Rahm and Brooks Koepka and Sergio and Cam Smith, Joaquin Neiman. And then if you're on the Live Tour, you have exemption to all Asian Tour events because the Saudis bought the Asian Tour apparently. And he wanted to get some more reps in, so he plays an Asian Tour event.
Buying everything.
Is that a good sign? He's playing to try to get more reps in. He didn't play great. I think he shot a couple over, missed the cut.
Did you see what won that? It was crazy.
It was crazy low.
Yeah, it was crazy low, but it was an American too, Catlin.
Okay.
But yes.
What do we think about him? His comeback.
So him going to play the Asian Tour, he cares. He's wanting to get better. He's not just using this to grab some money and go. I think he's really wanting to make it back a little bit, reel it back in, because eventually the Live guys are going to merge back with the PGA Tour, and say he doesn't have status or whatever, he'll get exemptions. He'll get sponsors exemptions. He'll get past champion status. So that gets you in like 8 tournaments a year. So I think he is getting ready for that moment.
That'd be great. I
don't know. It could all blow
we'll
up.
We'll see. I'm still excited about him coming back. I watched his highlights. Other than Tiger, he's been who I've been most excited about in the past couple weeks. So that was it's cool he's back, right?
Yep.
Yeah, I like him.
Yeah. I want to go ahead and talk about next major. My favorite, when we went through our favorite sporting events of the year, the Masters, my favorite sporting event of the year. With all these players playing good right now, I'd like to get y'all's Masters predictions. I kind of want your outright who you think is the guy. I want to get a kind of your if that guy doesn't win, the next guy superstar to kind of look for, and then I want a dark horse that could come from nowhere. Who y'all think could win? So let's start out with your favorite. If you had to put the house on it, who are we hitching our wagon to win the Masters? I think for me, it's pretty easy. Go ahead, Duck.
I mean, you got to go Scotty Scheffler. Now, he did injure his neck. I don't know what the extent of that. I seen that Ted Scott commented and said to his wife on Friday, I don't think Scotty's going to play this weekend. They thought he was going to pull out Saturday morning because they were ready to get ready for the Masters. And he's thinking he doesn't have his A game. Why go through that, make the injury worse? But then he goes out and he's the dog he is. So I don't know how bad that is, which it doesn't seem that bad. It's probably just like a little crick in his neck, but a crick sucks. I mean, a crick in your neck.
Have y'all had a crick in y'all's neck?
I had a crick in my neck the last day.
Terrible. You can't do that.
It's horrible.
I keep one. I mean, I could barely turn my neck that way.
Yeah. I got one the last day at Gunnersville last year, and it sucked. But I don't know the extent of that. But if I'm going to put my money on Scotty, I mean, that's the
yeah.
safest.
I mean, it's probably safe if we're all betting our money on it. Is we're all going to pick Scotty right off the bat. I believe, right?
I mean, he's unbelievable. He's so good.
I
Jay
mean,
Weeks,
if I had to put my house on the line and all the money,
I mean, all my money's going on Scotty. I mean, Rahm's playing, so I mean, maybe Rahm, but Scotty. I mean, I think Scotty.
So the only thing with Rahm, I think it's a lot of noise with past champion stuff. Like you're getting the dinners ready, you're going to dinners, you're a lot busier than you are going to win. So
but
that's
also,
the only thing with Rahm. But I mean, he could still show up and win.
But he went to live after last year, whenever it was, and so he might want to come back and be like, "You need to let all of us back in here because we're going to start dominating these majors."
Which they did good with inviting Joaquin Neiman. That was really good.
I like that. That was good of them.
That was a good call. He's obviously a top golfer. They did the right thing there, and I think moving forward, they will keep doing the right thing because they want the best players. They want if the Masters is going to do it, the U.S. Open will do it. If the PGA Championship will do it, or not the PGA Championship, but the Open will do it, and things like that. So,
yeah, just have a committee to sit down and evaluate the golfers that are not getting world ranking points and see if they deserve an invite. And if it's got to get political, that sucks. But you made your decision going to live, and so that's just part of it. And if you don't, and you can qualify for everything with the Masters by just trying to qualify. So
you can qualify for the USAM and win it.
You could do that. There you go. Well, no, they're not amateurs. They can't do it. Sorry, to
have to wait 5
years. So other than Scotty, who is our next?
So what you said, a dark horse?
No, let's go. This is another superstar. If Scotty said, "Hey, my neck is, I just can't play."
I feel like Rory's do. I feel like Rory's do.
So I was going to go, if I had a second pick, Roy too. I think that in the last year, especially all that crap went on, and now he's kind of released his head. He's kind of took his way away from being the voice and the face of PGA, whatever. And I think he wants this more than – I think this year he wants this more than he's wanted anything in his life. And he's playing good. You know, it's not like he's just bombing. So I never root for Roy, but I'd like to see him win this one.
But this also could be a coming out party for Xander too. I mean, he keeps building momentum, playing well.
So who I got a feeling that's going to be a dog during this tournament is Rubber Ducky. He is playing good right now. It looks like he's got over his injury. He's good at the Masters. He's always been in the top of the Masters. He's got a Masters, and he's looking different right now. If y'all watched him, he is playing good golf right now, and he finished strong the other day at the Players on Sunday. So I think that's a little. I don't know if he'd be a dark horse, but that'd be like my dark horse. You know what I'm saying? He's coming off the injury.
So my pick is going to be Jordan Spieth on another.
Ooh.
I think
Superstar
Jordan.
pick,
yeah, because he just plays good at the Masters, and if he gets a hot putter that week and he's not hitting it everywhere and saying what the heck, I think he's got a good chance. And I'm looking at the odds right here too. He's number 4 on the list.
You got Minwoo Lee on that list? He in that field yet?
Minwoo Lee.
We giving
No.
JT anything?
No, he's
he's been
he
playing
got it
better,
right now.
but
What about
The
Kim?
players really. Tom
What's the
Kim.
young
he's
boy?
way-
Kim?
Yeah, Tom Kim.
No, I took
way
his
tough
tail
one.
this week and he withdrew. Get him out. I'm
get him
done
out of
with him.
here.
Okay,
Yeah.
Minwoo Lee is at plus 6,600, so he's falling down
I'm
there.
gonna take out a HELOC bet and put it all on.
Hey,
him.
where's Harmon on this? Because he's a good placement person, and Masters, you can't get out of hand.
And
Only
lefties play
thing
good at
with-
the Masters.
Yeah.
J,
The only thing with that,
JT. Go ahead.
go ahead.
No.
Jinx, show me a coke.
JT's just
The
got to
only
show
thing-
me. Attack.
Yeah.
I
Sorry.
agree.
Now go.
Okay. The only thing with Harmon is the distance. Distance is a thing I think, at the Masters. 'Cause
Well, it
it's-
is. It helps so much, but control overall to me, you got to control it too with the Masters.
Yeah.
You don't hit it
So-
too short.
So my dark horse would be Ludwig.
Ludwig's
Ludwig.
solid.
Hey,
He
he
plays
doesn't
like
look
solid
like he-
player. The
Gosh,
only
he doesn't
thing
look like he just got on the scene.
he hasn't played a
I'm gonna tell
major.
you that.
That's the
I
only
mean,
thing.
Hasn't played a major.
Maybe a little
That's
Nick
the only
Dunlap.
That's another dark horse. But hey, I mean, he shot 28 under this year. Cognizant won, or was it the Cognizant? That sounds right. But I think Ludwig's a good dark horse. Like, he's about middle of the pack on the odds. Never played a major, but God, he hits it straight. And
What
he's
about
just
Joaquin Neiman?
yeah, that's a good dark horse.
The way he drove it in that Mexico tournament again. Watching him play that last hole, it was such a tough drive against Sergio. And Sergio statistically has been the best overall driver, accuracy and distance for 20 years. He's right there with Rory. And God, he hit it so much farther than Sergio. And he had 3 divots, and I swear they were as close as you could have set this laptop over them. It was insane. They were like 325 down the middle. And he can work it both ways. So I think I like Joaquin for my dark horse. I'm excited though. I want to check in on our YouTube guys. Bob Does Sports. They did a Chick-fil-A challenge this week. Did any of y'all see it?
I have not
Yes.
seen that yet.
So if y'all haven't seen their food or drink challenges, they got to shoot a 3-man scramble, 500 pars. They're always their goal. So
Was it Nuggets at least, or was it Sammy's?
it was nuggets.
Okay.
They've done hot dog. They've done
Tacos.
donuts, tacos. The taco one was rough. Fireball, beer, Willa drink. They've done all kinds of stuff. Well, they did 150 nuggets, so it's 50 each. And
That's weak.
homie.
I don't know,
That's-
man.
No, I think that's weak. So, like, I don't like food challenges, and I probably won't partake in any food challenges on the golf course. As far as volume goes, now we can do something like extremely hot or this and that, but volume, I hate that feeling. I go volume on alcohol because eventually you're just gonna fall out, and then you're just taking a good. Then you taking a good. Then you taking a good nap. But the Nuggets, man, I feel like in 18 holes or 9?
It was 9 holes. If
wow.
me and Rich were partners at Gunnersville and we had a couple Topo Chicos and then we played that afternoon round and you said you put 100 nuggets in the back of our cart, the 100 nuggets would be gone.
Oh yeah.
With us trying to stop eating them.
How many tater tots did we eat at Grand Bear? I mean, just think about the massive amount of tater tots that were in those boxes.
I didn't even order tater tots, and I ate 200 of them.
I mean, yeah.
That whole second 18, I ate so many nuggets. I mean, so many freaking tater tots. It was crazy. Nobody was riding with me, so I had piles of mountains of freaking tater tots floating everywhere.
So it's funny watching them do the food challenges. Have you ever seen anybody get food drunk?
No.
They get like giggly and laughy and silly on about hole 4, 5.
And their biggest man is their biggest man's the worst at it.
He is.
Really?
He's terrible. And Joey called him out this time. Joey was like, "You struggle on these," and he was.
He
like,
said, "Thank you for he said thank you for playing good golf, but you struggle with the eating part or the drinking
He
part or
does.
whatever."
He
And
does.
dadgum Bobby Fairways kills it on the eating and consuming, but his golf goes downhill, and Joey's right in the middle. He does everything. He
Joey's
does
the best.
He plays good golf and he eats the right amount that he's supposed to. And he's not like Bobby on the first hole ate like 18 nuggets in the cart before they left the tee.
Calm down. We've got 2 hours.
I could do that. I could do 18 by the end of the first hole, no problem.
Yeah. Well, Joey had Chick-fil-A sauce and he was just dipping, just having a good time. He was
Steady
taking
Eddie,
his time.
baby.
I mean, you got to think it's 2.5 hours. You're out there on 9 holes.
Sure.
And he's
And
just
we could
taking
do
his
it without trying.
Yeah.
I can go 10 nuggets a hole. And
I mean, we going to Gunnersville in about a month. I'm just saying.
There's a Chick-fil-A.
so
Hey,
I can
listen.
do 10 nuggets a hole. Had to call me another pickup or the Uber Eats to deliver some more on them nuggets.
So I'm not going to tell the other guys, but when we go to the state park this year, if we're riding together, let's run by that Publix and get a pick 3 bucket because we're always starving up there.
Oh yeah.
And you know how half the boys would be if at the turn we gave each group a pick 3 bucket.
Oh, let's do it. Just let
Yeah, and it's like $12 a bucket. Oh my
it's
gosh!
crazy.
it'll
Just
make
buy
up for it.
5. Yeah, just buy freaking what is it? 4 buckets?
Because it's a survival situation up there.
Yeah.
There's like 2 hot
Yeah,
dogs
state
that we're
park,
fighting over.
And they're 2 years old.
Yeah. All right, Dustin. That's all the news we got. Let's roll into the Q&A.
Yes, we got a lot of questions. Thank y'all for the questions. They are good. We'll just roll right into it. Dusty, right off the bat. Dusty, would you rather have to fight 1 bear-sized chipmunk or 40 chipmunk-sized bears? And I'm going to go and let you know if I'm fighting a bear-sized chipmunk, that might as well be a bear.
Yeah.
They might as
I'm
well
going-
be a
A
bear.
chipmunk that is a bear size might as well be a
Yeah.
bear.
I feel like with 40 chipmunk-sized bears, I can just start swinging something at them, and I'm gonna hit most of them.
Yeah, you
I'm-
can just start stomping their little heads in.
Yeah.
So
one of the chipmunks have rabies, and you don't know which one.
that'd be tough.
Interesting.
Chipmunks. I'm looking at chipmunk sizes.
Yeah.
We're looking at 2 ounces to 3 ounces.
Yeah.
Oh, that's nothing.
Yeah,
That's
the
nothing.
Siberian chipmunk, he's a chonker. He's 5.3 ounces.
Yeah. Give me those
So,
chipmunk-sized
yeah,
bears.
Give me something like you said, something to swing at them. I want to be wearing boots though. I'm gonna be kicking the
Oh,
shit
yeah.
out of them.
You get a cast iron skillet. You get a cast iron skillet.
Okay.
Just
I can do
start-
that. I can do
Hey,
that.
Not a
Like
big
whack-a-mole.
one, but
Just-
yeah.
whack 'em up.
Okay,
I'm
what
gonna
if-
have me a chipmunk kebab.
So that's too small, right? That's like small.
Yeah.
What if they were Lucy sized bears?
Yeah, see, that's a little. I
That's
mean,
a
that's
little
40,
getting
that's
into the.
tough. So,
Yeah,
That's
that's
a
a-
little
so
tough.
like if I'm fighting a 1 size chipmunk that's the size of a bear, right? So like, do I have weapons?
I was like, I feel like
no.
weapons get upgraded if we're fighting a bear-sized chipmunk. We get
So here's the
something.
thing: you roll 3 dice. One is the size of it. One is your weapon, and one is whatever.
Yeah,
else.
I like it.
That's the game we
So-
play. Let me write. some
Could you
hundred
imagine them chipmunk teeth? Could you imagine them chipmunk teeth, the bear size coming down on you?
That's what I'm
So
saying.
a bear's like 600 pounds, right?
Hey, I'm
they're
out on
big.
the bear size.
That's
You're gonna
huge.
die.
Well,
Yeah, I
think,
can.
think
Hold on.
of how fast a chipmunk moves. So think of a bear, but moving that fast.
Well, hold on. But think about this though. A chipmunk and a bear is not the same though. Bears are aggressive. Chipmunks ain't aggressive. He's just gonna be
Bears
big.
are fast too, though. Bears are fast.
Well, no, they're very fast. I just said they're very aggressive,
Yeah.
but a chipmunk ain't aggressive.
No,
But
that's
here's
true.
the
So
thing,
one
if
big
we're-
size chipmunk, man, you might be cuddling with it by the end of the
You've
night.
got to kill it.
You
You've
know
got-
what?
The question, you've got to kill it.
I might do the chipmunk because you can just throw like some acorns and stuff, and it's probably going to chill for a little while.
Got to kill it.
But here's the thing.
Well,
it's
no, I'm gonna say I'm gonna kill
so-
it after I get to eat it.
I need
Well,
my
if you join those
weapon. I
acorns, I'm
gotta
just gonna whack
know.
his
I
head
gotta
off.
know what's in my hand.
Okay, so the third dice is if it's trying to kill you or not. Yes or no. There you go.
I'm
That's the third
I'm
dice.
taking 80 ounces of bear. I want 80 ounces of bear instead
Yeah.
of 500 pounds of
Yeah.
chipmunk.
Hey,
Yeah.
all I'm saying is good questions.
That was a good question. All right, let's go into Billy. Okay, so we'll start with the first question. How did everyone get your start in golf?
Dad.
Dad
Oh,
was
Mine was
the
my father-in-law. Yeah.
Father-in-law.
Yep.
Yeah, Jay Weeksy's father-in-law got my dad into golf.
Yeah.
It's
how
the
about that?
circle of golf.
Passing it
Hip
down.
hop away.
So
Chuck
when
it
I
wedge.
went my first year of college, my two roommates played golf and they were really good at it, and so that's how I got into golf.
Yep, that's good. All right, how long have each of you been playing? I started playing when I was 6, but competitively I started when I was 12.
I've been
That is
playing about
mine.
20 years. So I was like 22. I was 23 or so when I really started playing. 24.
We started really playing about the same time, Jay Weeks, because mine's about 20 years too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just
I
like our
remember us
life
playing
has
at the
been on this
river.
path to collide of this beautifulness.
We
So
went
I'm
to
about 18
we went to
years.
Highland Park together for the first time.
We did.
Mhm.
I remember we were at Highland Park and you told your buddy that Katie was pregnant with your oldest.
Yeah.
So that's how old is he now?
14.
Yeah, how about that?
About
So
to be
15
15,
years
yeah.
ago.
About
Yeah,
to be
16
15.
years ago.
Yeah.
I've been in it 18
Like-
years. 2006 is when I started. So
I remember Jay Weeksy was an adult, so he had adult money and he had that R7, and I was like, that is beautiful.
It makes a pretty sound.
Yeah.
It did.
Next question. How long before your game really improved?
Still has not, Billy. We are
Still not there.
I
I mean, honestly, me was probably 5 years, 6 years from when I started. I mean, when I got out of into like the low 90s, probably. Yeah.
so go ahead, Dut.
My game really improved when we started getting lessons from Brooke. She started feeding our brains with, you need to be thinking about this on the golf course. You need to, it was just different how to attack a golf course. And then I played baseball in high school one year and I got a lot stronger and I had a growth spurt. So I got a lot longer off the tee. Like that's when I started getting distance. So that really, really, really helped me improve. And then college did not help me. I got worse while I was there. And I also got the putting yips. So really, really went downhill. I ended up quitting golf for 6 months after that. And then honestly, probably about 4 or 5 years ago, really got back into it and practicing. And then this is probably the best I felt about my game ever.
Yeah. Now I took some
I
time
feel like
off
I'm-
when we. I'm sorry.
You got it.
I was gonna say, well, I took time off when we had the boys just because I didn't have the time.
Yeah.
And then I really got back into it when COVID hit, and I started practicing more and driving range. And when I started hitting the range more and actually working on stuff instead of just going to golf course, I mean, of course, that's when I got better.
When COVID happened, I got a lot better. I read the book, the short game. Oh, was it Short Game Bible by Dave Pales?
Yeah,
And
you gave it to me.
really learned distance wedges. Then I always hit the ball okay. I hit it pretty far. Putting was just fine. Chipping was. I had some chipping problems, but we got that taken care of too. But 2020, I read the Short Game Bible, learned how to control inside 100 yards, and I probably dropped 4 strokes off my game during that time. And I've kind of I'm good with wedges.
So it was 10 years after I started, I probably got up to like a 15 handicap. And then I probably stayed there for, I remember 2019, 2020, I was a 13 handicap, 13-10. But that's when it happened with me too. I think I kind of went on the journey with you on the practice because I was hitting 60 wedge shots every single day at lunch, every day. And then I'd come home and hit wedge shots.
You couldn't beat Nacho. There was no chance you beat Nacho.
So Nacho would beat me 3 out of 4 times, and I hated it. And now, sorry, buddy, them days are over. You ain't beat me no more. But no, it's just the practice. So I remember going to Myrtle Beach, playing in that tournament with Tyler and all the guys, Oz. And I remember signing up. I wrote down 13 handicap. That's what my 18 birdies was. And then when we got back, within the next year, I was a 5 handicap. Remember? It happened like quick. And then I got down, like I'm a 3-4 right now. So really, the biggest change is practice. You have to practice. And if you just go play for fun, and we play for fun, but we want to be good at it too. And you're not going to get better unless you put the time in. There's no secret, just practice. It's not all about going on the court.
You got to have a clear, what you are practicing. It can't just be like just showing up and just whacking the ball. You gotta. So for me, it's inside 100 yards. Like Absolutely. if I'm out there hitting on the range and I'm hitting at the 150, I'll have to tell myself mentally, hey, this is fine if you want to do this for fun, but you're not going to get better doing this. If you want to get better, you need to work on your wedges. You need to get nasty inside 100 yards. Your chipping needs to be nasty because you're going to miss greens. And it'll help you mentally too, because when we miss greens now, when we hit a bad shot, and I'll look at Ridge. That's when we practice short game, and we'll go up there and we'll and you're up there not thinking, oh, don't flub it, you're thinking, let's chip this in.
Yeah,
let's. So wedges make the biggest difference.
A short game, 100 ends, most important thing in golf, because like you said, we're not professionals, and watch the professionals. They don't hit all the greens, so that's where you score, because you're gonna mess. It's not win. It's not if, it's when. You're gonna mess up, and you got to be able to inside 100. If you could stick it in one putt, then you save your par. But the biggest thing. So I've been playing with my father-in-law for this real quick. Is he's really never played golf, and he started playing for the last year and a half, and he's loving it. And he's almost broke 90 a couple times already. But what I'm seeing is, and I think I was probably the same way, but I try to think about him. He just goes out there and plays. Well, I try to tell him to have a routine when he gets over a ball. Whatever club, the driver, the wedge, whatever, because it's something different every time, right? He just grabs up there, gets up there, but there's no routine. When I added routine in my golf game, like y'all all know I'm going to do the same thing, whatever different shots I have, right? And it's not going to change. And I think a routine helps too.
Yeah. I think that's most important in competitive. Like that's the next step.
That's right.
I agree.
All right, next question. Chase, who's going to win, Mike Tyson or Jake Paul? We talked about this yesterday. That's so funny.
I'm going to go ahead and say I'm calling a Mike Tyson knockout.
He could kill him if he wants to.
Yeah, Mike Tyson knockout.
If it's not rigged, Mike Tyson should kill him.
Yeah, 100%.
But if it goes the distance, that's the only chance Jake Paul got, in my opinion, if it goes the distance, because he is younger. But, man, I don't know if y'all seen Mike Tyson. His hands are looking quick right now. And he's still got that haymaker in him, and it only takes one.
I would hate.
How much money would you get? So to change, the better question is, if you got to change places with Jake Paul to fight Tyson, would you, and how much money would it require?
I can't. I got a family. You could kill
$10 million.
I would take one punch for $10 million. If he wants me to do it,
me in the stomach and break everything.
Look at how big you are. I mean, I can't take the hit. He'd kill me.
Oh, I'll fight him. I'll go $1 million and fight him. But you see the money, that boxing money's different. But I'd probably go for 500,000. I mean, because if he hits me with that one, I for 500,000, him knock me out. I mean, I'm just gonna try.
Katie's gonna need to have a lot of money after I die from this punch. So I'm gonna say,
I don't think, man. I think our heads will take it. I got a hard head.
I'm not taking a big shot. You're gonna hit me in the stomach.
I'd rather one headshot and knock out than hit and break my ribs and crap.
Rich, you can't lose another eye. We can't get you in there.
I know. I'd go for 500,000 though.
I'm out. I don't need the money. I'll
find a way.
Fine. Dustin make US Open. I think Dustin's got a good chance. I think he's practicing the right things. His game is as good as it's ever been.
Just got to peak at the right time.
Yeah, I
what you say? six, what, 70s in a row?
70s.
What was it?
I know that
Seven.
He shoots 1 under par for 9 holes, so 2 under for the round 7 times in a row. No big deal.
Yeah. Boom.
He does that. He does that every time.
You
we
do
play.
that every time we go play golf.
You win
And
the US
sometimes
Open.
I'm like, oh, you ain't playing that good. Next thing you know, bam, 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 500. Okay.
If you
Okay.
do make it, it's gonna be rowdy.
Woo!
Oh, wait till-
Ooh, that gallery gonna be
You talking
fun.
B9M to the moon too. I'm gonna be
What
dead.
you talking about? Let's go.
It's gonna be everywhere.
Who that B9M? Merch go
It's a
crazy.
And that's the thing. Even if it never happens, it's a fun thing to
Yeah.
dream about. It's a good dream to have, I guess.
Guess what? You actually have a chance, though. That's the thing. So like, it's a cool dream, but it's a dream that is not like.
It's attainable.
Yeah, it's attainable, like he said.
Yeah.
Just gotta believe, Dut. Be a dog, Dut.
I got a good system around me. I got a good
Be
good
a
friends,
dog.
family. So be a dog. Be a dog.
Be a
And
dog.
do it
Be a
and do it for the
dog.
people. All right, Calvin. Would you rather golf balls be as expensive as clubs, while clubs are as cheap as golf balls, or remain the same price? Same price.
Remain that
Or
same
remain.
price.
Yeah, remain. I don't want golf balls
Flip,
to be
flip
as
the golf balls, make them expensive. Me and your father-in-law are gonna, and Ricky, I'm gonna be the kingpin, and we're gonna start a black market golf ball business. They've been stockpiling for it. We'll be millionaires. I ain't got to
There
fight
you go.
Mike Tyson. I got my 10 million.
Yeah.
I'm going to let you know if they
I
do
got
that
a
golf
10
ball
million.
rollback. Nobody gonna be buying them. Gonna be using stockpiles.
Got my 10 million.
All
Oh,
the
my.
ponds are gonna be drained and taken out.
Yes.
I mean, this is literal gold golf balls,
Yeah.
man. If
Yeah.
it's-
Oh,
if
people be dying fighting for golf balls.
it's-
It's the Hunger
Boy,
Games
how
for
nervous
golf
I'll be
balls.
on the first tee, just like, yeah.
yeah,
I
yeah.
played 30 rounds with this noodle.
And Clint just takes off running for your ball through the. Yeah, I got it. I don't
We
know why
over
I
there
think
dipping our balls that are beat up in epoxy just so they last.
Yeah.
Golf clubs are too expensive.
Yep.
Yeah.
That needs to change. I think that with like PXG and Takamo and Cali Golf and companies like that, I think that the price is going to start going down. I think you'll still have your big, probably 3 or 4 companies, but if you want to start doing those direct to consumer, I really think that you can. It's half the price. So
Well, you know the product's going to be just as good because somebody left one of them big companies. They went over there, they started this. It's the same person designing it, and that's what you get. I mean,
Well, look at Kirkland.
Oh.
I mean,
yeah,
Yeah.
right. Yeah, that's a P790. That is a 2017 P790. Is all
They
it is.
got
absolutely. got like $4.99.
Hey guys, I know a good plan for a golf head. All right, Corbin, if you could caddy for anybody on tour for an entire year, who would it be? So with everyone on tour having the same season, so nobody. It's not like I'm going to go with Scotty because he just won $8 million. Everybody makes.
I
the
got
same
mine.
amount of.
I got mine.
I got mine.
And I guess let's go ahead and say you live down there wherever they live. So if
Yeah.
and you're practicing with them, I mean you're their neighbor. So you're going to be spending a lot of time with this person on tour, and you can pick lift
got-
tour or. PJ tour.
I'm going with Fleetwood.
Fleetwood would be cool.
I'm caddying for Fleetwood. That's my man.
I feel like he'd help me in my game too.
Yeah, we just have a good time because I can go DJ.
Yeah.
I can go DJ too, but I want Fleetwood. I think.
I think
All right.
Fleetwood. I can't.
I don't
can't
want to
roll
deal with
DJ.
Paulina.
He's-
I don't want to deal with Paulina.
Yeah.
No.
Paulina. Oh,
Oh,
you
but
can't pick Fleetwood.
Paulina?
It's got to be somebody different.
I think somebody else that's cool and that would help me with my game would be Rom. I'd like to. He seems like a cool
Yeah,
guy.
for
The
And he lives in
Brian
Phoenix.
Bros video. Yeah.
The Brian Bros video really shines some light on Rom. He is such a nice, genuine dude.
Yeah, I'm going.
He's
Rom.
not that fiery, media-driven guy you see all the time. He's a good dude. So,
Yep.
all right, Jay Weeksy, who you got?
Joel Dahman.
Okay.
Yeah, Joe.
Got him
100%.
C11 last week.
Yes, that's
Good for him.
Just good times and good golf.
So I wouldn't change my guy, but if I was just based on like wanting to go stay where they stay, Cam Smith would be money too for a year. You know what I'm saying? Go stay in Australia, and he would be fun. So
he don't. Yeah. I don't feel like he understands his golf game enough to help me though.
No, well, if you're going on that, no. I mean, I wouldn't pick him over Fleetwood though, because I just think Fleetwood is just cool out there. Just it'd be like playing golf with y'all. I feel like that's why That's why I picked him.
Dutter.
I'm going Scotty Scheffler.
That's a good call.
Is it? And here's the thing. I think I'm gonna grow as a human too, like outside of golf, just because he's faith based and he's a good guy. He's got and it would be fun to, and he plays pickleball too, so we can go play pickleball.
Grandma's chocolate chip cookies.
Yeah. That's a good question.
Though. I bet he is good at pickleball.
Yeah, he played on ESPN a few months ago.
I think him. It was doubles against the number one player. It was the number one player in the world.
Player. Yeah.
It was like an AM and pro, and they ended up beating them. So that was pretty cool. All right, Russell, this is going to be a question not for me because I have no idea. But
gosh,
who do you have
winning the good question? He's been on a bad run.
Well, this is a March Madness question. Who do you have winning the national championship for men and women? For men, I have Arizona. For women, I have South Carolina, and I have no idea. So,
Row Tide? No, not really.
So I'm gonna go Houston, and I'm gonna go. It's hard to. You know what? I'm going with the magical year old girls having, so I'm going with Iowa.
Okay.
Yeah, Houston's a good pick. I was going to say maybe like an Iowa State or might be a North Carolina year, but Houston's a really good pick for the men. For the women, I mean, it's hard not to pick South Carolina. They're just really good.
Yeah, they are. Yeah, they're
a good team. But their first game, them and LSU got in a fight at the SEC tournament. Yeah. So, like, LSU has no subs. South Carolina has one bench player for the first game because they got like 9 people got kicked out or something. So
I bet that dude coming in there trying to fight the girls.
Yeah, I know, it's crazy.
Gosh, stay your ass in the stands.
I'm probably going with Alabama and LSU.
Roll Tide.
We were at the Christmas party this year, and I was standing beside Clint and Miner, and they were talking about hunting. And I looked at the person standing next to me and said, I have nothing to add to this conversation. We got another beer. So sorry, Russell. I have nothing to add to this conversation.
I just went with.
Hey, Russell, the question did get a little better, though.
Good job, Roo.
He's back on top of it.
I love you, Roo.
Hit him up on Facebook for any lawn services.
Scott, creamy or crunchy peanut butter? To me, I always go crunchy. I love crunchy peanut butter. I'll eat creamy peanut butter, but crunchy. I like crunchy.
Strawberry jelly, baby. Yeah, cheese puffs. Jalapeno cheese puffs.
I like
and
both
milk.
of them. I don't even care. You just toss that mug up for me. I like them both. Hey,
what is it?
Blend
190
them
calories, 2 tablespoons.
Yep.
Yeah, I can't eat it. I can't eat it, Scott, but I would go crunchy.
Oh, I eat it, dude. Every other night I'll give me one. I'm like, man, I just ate 250 calories.
Hey, can't be short, fat, and bad at golf, so I got to put the peanut butter down.
Yeah, 10 pounds on a man that's 5'6".
I'm
telling you, big. And I give him a little there. He's about 5'5", but I give him an inch.
We're still waiting for the official measurement of Austin. All right, David. Serious question. How do you manage time with work, family, and the amount of golf you guys play?
So we don't play that much.
No,
so
we
that's
don't.
the thing. We don't play we used to play a lot.
Well, it's them we had to get them tuxes.
Yeah, I played a lot before Kip was born. But here's the thing: like me, Austin, and Rich, we
work together.
We work together on our own company. I mean, we pretty much make our hours. We grind when we need to, and we have played a lot more during the week. And
than the weekend.
It's just quicker to get around.
Yeah, when I was working from home. Yeah, when I was working from home, I would get my work done by lunch, so I could, I would stay up at night and work till 8, so I could get out in the afternoon.
So I think this is probably for all of us. Normally, we play early.
Yeah.
A lot of times we're playing during the week now. So like our family at school and at work.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So we're always home in the evenings for when our families get home. So we don't really jeopardize any time with our family, maybe
yeah. And I feel like we're very
we're active in our family's life. I mean, like
yeah,
yeah.
and we have really cool wives. I mean,
Yeah,
understand
very
and
cool.
we're
I have the
and
best
we're-
wife.
Yeah,
Yeah,
me too.
yes, and we talk to them, and say, I mean, if they
Yeah.
if they want to let us know, hey, don't play golf, hey, you got to be a man
Yeah.
enough to say,
Yeah.
okay, I
Yeah,
understand,
okay.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
gonna be-
Typically
But
Saturdays, we're playing early on Saturdays, 7:30, 8 o'clock. So we're home by lunch. We might go late on the afternoon on a Sunday when, they have things going on. So
and most of our wives, I think I could speak, most of them don't just get up and get going. It takes them half
Yeah.
the day to get going. They want to just chill,
Yeah.
get ready slow. So we're usually home in the evenings to do whatever we want with them. So we do play a lot of golf, but we don't jeopardize family, I don't think.
yeah. But
No,
now
of
that I'm
course,
back in the office, my days start at 4:30 in the morning. I'm getting up and I'm going to the gym. I don't get to come to the jungle anymore. So I'm getting up at 4:30 and getting stuff done so I can have the evenings to the family, or if they're not around, to golf, one or the other.
Yeah.
Yeah, so a big thing for us, we made a drive range at the house. So if like I take a 15-minute break, we'll during the work day, we'll walk out and we'll hit balls for 15 minutes and we'll come back in. And then we'll
And
work
if you
for a
add
couple
that
hours,
up,
go ahead.
if you add that over
Practice
a whole day, I mean, an hour.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like the other day, I was at the house, nothing was going on, nobody was doing anything. I forgot what Kip was busy doing something. Maybe he was with Pop, and Mia took a nap, and Lindsay was just sitting there chilling, watching her show. And I was like, I'm gonna run the range real quick. Boom, 30 minutes. It's right down the road. I went and hit some drivers because I wanted to practice some drivers. Come right back home. So it's just like finding the time just to boom back, and so. But
Now we're
I think
always doing something.
We're
Oh,
always
yeah.
busy.
We're always
the next
always
2
doing.
weekends, I won't be able to golf for 3 weeks. So
Yeah. But we have amazing wives. So thank you for the
Yes.
question.
Love you,
They
baby.
are rock stars. They are rock stars. And talking about my wife, Lindsay, what's your favorite and least favorite CrossFit move?
I hate 'em all.
My favorite move is hang cleans. I love hang cleans. And my least favorite is probably just I don't like doing burpees,
yeah.
especially
burpees.
over the bar burpees.
My favorite move is CrossFit wise. It's going to be toes to bar.
Me too. I'm with you, Rich. Toast the bar.
And my least favorite move, I mean, so we don't do them no more, but overhead squats and snatches. Snatches is the worst. Snatch. I'm going
So
with
do
snatch.
do moves we do. Least favorite move
Okay.
we do.
So snatches, and just for everybody knows, snatches and overhead squats we don't do. I think we don't have no reason to do them, and you can get hurt doing them very easy.
You can
So
do
we
other
don't do
moves to help benefit those muscles.
Absolutely.
Muscles,
If we
yeah.
were in a tournament, if we were in a competition, and we had to do them moves, we would do them fine, and we'd be kind of strong at them because we haven't lost strength at them. But so take them out because them are the two worst. I mean, it's gonna be a thruster. And it's gonna
How
be a
about that?
thruster.
Look at us.
And
Should've thought
but when we have thrusters, we do a lot of thrusters. When we have
Yeah,
thrusters,
they
I thrive.
suck.
I'm good at them. I'm good at a thruster, but
They suck. Ain't no
Suck.
getting away from it. You're gonna feel
None.
bad. You're gonna feel bad. Do 5 of them. Do 8 of them. Do 15. Oh, they suck.
we're
You
gonna
know
do them
what
Friday.
the worst thruster is? A heavy thruster, 115.
Oh yeah.
Ugh.
The worst thruster is on a like fast pace, like you're almost redlining workout, and you got
Frame.
thrusters in it. That's why it's
Justin,
worse.
when we did in that competition where we had the row thruster and it was only 75 pounds, but there was 15 of them. Jeez, man.
But it was 4 rounds. It was 60
Ugh.
of them.
It was a lot. It
Mm.
sucked. Richard
My
yelling
soul
at you.
died that day.
Yeah, like,
They
you're
seen me.
losing. You were losing.
I wasn't losing. I wasn't.
That
losing.
guy, that guy right there next to you was beating you.
They sure did, and we're beating them by like a ton.
Wow.
we were ahead of them in a round.
Well, so we were like almost all the way around, so our numbers look the same.
Yeah. What about you, Joe?
Got you,
What you got?
you going though.
I'm a thick boy, so I hate me some burpees.
I'm
And
weak.
I love me
Burpees
some.
suck.
I love me some deadlifts. I like hang cleans. I actually do like the hang cleans, but deadlifts and hang cleans
Yeah.
are probably my favorite. We need to do a battle of
Yeah.
the ages thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be fun. I'm good at deadlifts, but
I love a deadlift.
Yeah.
So deal.
All right. Got 2 more questions. Sasha, ball line or no ball line when putting? I am a ball line dude.
Ball
I
line.
don't.
Unless
don't?
it's
I don't.
a long putt.
Huh.
I don't.
No, I line it up always.
I love them triple tracks. I be drawing them on there.
Yeah. Yeah. Triple track's good.
I don't line my ball up if it's a super long putt. I try to feel it. I try to, aim where I think and don't dedicate myself because I'm thinking, God, if this line's just barely off and I'm really on it, it could be way off on a long putt. So I kind of try to feel that. But on a 10-footer or whatever, it's.
When I'm lining it up and I see the ball end over end, like I see that line returning every time and it's not wobbling, I know I'll get a good stroke. And then, and I know I don't have anything to work on for that. So I hit a good putt. Line.
All right. So we got line, no line. Okay.
No line.
Last question from our man Rico. What's your worst fear unlocked story?
What's unlocked story?
So I guess like if you had this moment in your life and it was a fear that you unlocked while living it and you're like, oh wow, I don't like this. That's what I'm taking from this.
You want something serious or funny?
I thought you were going to talk about my worst unlocked story. Unavailable iPhone. Locked down. I'm living this right now. Forever.
Yeah, do a funny one. Don't do a serious
one. A funny one. This sucked. It sucked. I'm sitting in the AT&T store or something for a phone. I don't even know. And we're in there forever. And this lady comes in and she's a Karen. I'm not going to say Karen because Dustin's mother-in-law's Karen and she's not a Karen. She's the coolest lady ever. But she was a Karen. Cool. No, Karen's a cool Karen. This Karen was not a cool Karen. She was hollering. And she was just being
loud.
A
Karen with 2 eyes.
So I'm sitting there in the chair like this and and this place is packed. They had some kind of sale going on or something. And she's looking at everything, just being obnoxious running around the store. And she's a little lady, and she hollers at me to get something off the top shelf for her. And there's so many people, and I can't effing reach this thing. I had to get a effing chair. That's awful. I'll think about it at night sometimes. If you're ever around me and you'll hear me go like, or it's one of those thoughts of something bad in the past popping in my head. I'm like, get out of here. So
that's funny.
There you go, Rico. Somebody asking me to get something off a high place and me not being able to reach it. I lost my wallet one time for like 3 days in my house, in the little house. And Jake walked in and was like, "It's right there," and it was on top of the china cabinet.
Thought was running through the house and threw it up there.
5'4.5".
So I think a fear that I've unlocked, and it was unfortunate, was when I was sitting on the side of that airplane and I figured out that I have a fear of falling through the sky and not being able to control the things that I have to save my life. And then the guy does not speak English and letting you know that you are going to barely slip down so he can move around his feet and legs and move around so he can guide it and stuff. And you feel like you fell to your death for half a second. And then you hold on for dear life and your arms go to sleep until you hit the ground 7 minutes later. There's a lot that can go wrong. And such an idiot. So sitting on the side of the plane and your feet are hanging off and you're just looking down, that sucked.
That does suck.
Ugh.
I won't know.
What have you unlocked, Jay Weeksy?
I mean, I was thinking about it. I dropped my phone on a roller coaster at Disney World one time and lost it but just for a few minutes. I went back and they had it. But that's really, I don't think I have a good story here, fellas. Kind of like Austin.
Hey, I unlocked the fear.
I got nothing for this.
I got some other fears that are. Go ahead.
Oh, I got one. If it's in my head and then I brought it to life. So when we played 2 years ago, when we played in that Musgrove Invitational, and then I got the shanks on that one hole, and so I couldn't play golf for I couldn't hit an iron for 2 weeks. And me and you were out there playing. I guess Dustin was out there and Andrew maybe, and I'm striping the ball that day, striping the ball. Like I think I'm like close to even at this point, and we're on 15, and I'm like, oh crap, it's gonna be my 9-iron, and so I shanked that 9-iron on that par 3 in that invitational like 2 times off the tee box, and then I shanked it for weeks after that. But so I'm sitting there playing good golf. I got my 9-iron in my hand. I said, what I looked at also, I said, I can't hit it. It's going to go in the water. Like that was my fear.
You're hitting great. What are you doing?
He said, what are you doing? Just hit it. You're playing great. Boom, in the water. Wasn't it? Changed clubs, dropped it, changed clubs, stuck it. And I'm like, it was that one club. I did not hit that club for months.
He was at a little while later. You were at Silver Lakes, me and you on the range, and you started shanking a couple. Complete panic mode. He was, you got to come over here. You got to get over here. We got to figure this out. I was like, hang on, we're okay. We ain't teeing off for a little while.
Now that you bring up the Musgrove tournament, I had the same thing, but I hit every single bunker on that golf course. The guy I was playing with that day, he's like, buddy, I've never seen anything like this in my life. You have hit literally every single bunker on this golf course. It was just horrible.
And they plugged all week.
Who looked at Clint in that tournament, and Clint said, what's the limit? He goes, there's no.
It was Logan. It was Logan. It was me. It was Logan on number 2, I think.
It was Bill.
It was me.
Oh, goodness. Go
ahead. Logan's like, he was like in one bunker, over to the other side, then back. And he was like, what's the limit? I was like, buddy, I don't think there's a limit out here. Because I asked the guy that was playing with us, like, hey, is there a cap? He's like, there's not a cap. I was like, you just got to get out.
Gosh. This guy knows I got a +8.
Yeah.
I got a irrational fear that I've had it since I was a little kid. I'm so scared of kites. I cannot fly kites.
You think they're going to come down and get you?
No, I'm afraid it's going to pull me off the earth. I feel like I'm a fall.
You're a little guy. You are a little guy. You be gone.
How big's this kite?
I remember Bobby and Dad flying a kite in the front yard in Argo, and they had it so high, it looked so far away, and I felt I had to lay down. I was a little kid. I had to lay down and like hold on to the ground because I felt like I was going to fall. I don't know.
I think you're the kid going, Jesus Christ.
Yes, it was so high.
Could you imagine being on one of them parasails at the beach and it breaks away from that boat?
Nope. No,
I've done that too. Hey, we parasailed.
I have parasailed too. I've thought about that when I was up there. I said, what if this breaks and we're gone? I'm
just unstrap and drop.
Boom, boom, gone. Drop it.
Yeah, big boy not going up there.
Fighting the sharks, baby.
Let's go.
I can't swim.
Also just screwed.
Well, you got a life jacket on.
Hate to see it.
Okay.
That's a fear, is somebody drowning me in the water and I'm trying to save that person, and you're trying to fight yourself to stay alive, and you're having to try to save somebody, they dead.
Yep.
Gosh. All right.
Any more questions, Dustin?
No, but it was good to be back. Make sure y'all like, share, subscribe on YouTube. We're going to keep the shows rolling. We're going to get Jay Weeksy. We're going to all get together on a YouTube golf video. The videos are doing really well.
That's going to be fun.
We're going to start. Yeah, we're going to start a series. Me and Jay Weeksy versus y'all two. We got to put some stakes on it. And we're going to take y'all down. Absolutely.
Preferably a ribeye steak.
Yeah, there you go. So, but thank y'all for the support, everything. We really enjoy the feedback. Y'all are gracious enough to watch us and share us and comment, and it's fun to do. It's a fun ride.
All right. Well, that's all the time we got for tonight. Go hit some good shots, go hit some bad shots, but always have fun, and don't forget to use your back nine Mully.
B9M, baby.